It is Chris Watson. I am privileged to be here this afternoon as your selling auctioneer, joined by a few other team members from Ray White Ringwood on the Google Hangout to my left. You can't see them, they are all screened in the other room, including Cameron Bailey, who's been the marketing agent and been handling your questions and queries regarding today's sale. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, today's auction will be conducted in accordance with any rules and any additional conditions that are made available before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting any late bid or offer for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. What that means, ladies and gentlemen, in layman's terms, is I'll call the property 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call, but when the gavel hits like so, property sold. We can't take any late bids or offers past that point. I am also, if we do find ourselves in the position where we have not yet met the vendor's reserve and we pass the property into you and you are the highest bidder, that is a wonderful position to be in. Because what that means is that you deal with the vendor exclusively. You get first shot at it. Talking to Cameron throughout the campaign, we've had a lot of inspections and a lot of inquiries on the property. There are numerous parties that can't bid under auction conditions here today. So what they're hoping is that the property passes in on a vendor bid. Cameron gives them a call this afternoon and they're able to put an offer in. So if you're interested in here today, the reason why I'm telling you this is, if you want to play that, then what happens is you put your offer in, throw your hat in the ring as do the other people, and then you have to compete for the property again. Not the best position to be in to secure this wonderful townhouse. If you want to give yourself the best chance to secure this property here today and deal with the vendor exclusively, get us to pass the property into you. In the land of auctions, when you want to be first, well, sometimes you have to be last. Of course, the vendors, they do have a reserve price. As auctioneer, I'll indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and the law does provide fines for this conduct. The rules, they do permit vendor bids. I'll make it really simple and really obvious if I'm going to make a bid on behalf of the vendor. In fact, I'll make it so simple and so obvious for you all. I will even use those words, vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, may make a vendor bid. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, we do sell it here today by public auction. We do ask that the successful bidder pay a 10% deposit upon signing of the contracts electronically. Of course, all of our software enables electronic signatures and also electronic payment of that deposit, with settlement to be paid in 30 days' time. Cameron has let me know a couple of people have sort of variations. Those variations have been approved. So bid with confidence, knowing that the vendors have done absolutely everything that they can to make it as simple for you to buy this wonderful townhouse that we have on offer here today. A couple of housekeeping things before we get underway. 2 ways that you can bid here today. Option number 1 is in the top right of your screen. There is a little chat box. It looks like a page, a little speech bubble. It looks like a page with some writing on it. That is the chat function. So if you type your bid in there, it will pop up on my screen and I will acknowledge the bid. That's option 1. Option number 2, as you would normally do it if we were conducting the auction on the street, you can yell out your bid, put your hand up, and I will see that. Of course, if you want to be able to do that, you'll have to make sure you have your camera turned on, as well as your microphone. At the moment, I don't think anyone has their camera or their microphone turned on. So if you wanted to bid under that proviso, put your camera and your microphone on. It is in the bottom center of your screen. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to, that's fine. You can type your chat in the chat function and the bid will pop up that way. Of course, if you do want to have any private conversations, make sure you turn your microphone off, otherwise we will all be able to hear. And we understand that obviously if you want to phone a friend or have a conversation, that you might want that to be not an eavesdrop of your competition. Wonderful property we have on offer here today, 1/11 The Haven in Bayswater. It is a wonderful locale, of course. You've got the reserve there. It is a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse situated on 319 square metres of prime Bayswater dirt to underpin your financial future. Brand new, never been lived in. It is a wonderful property. As you can see there, stainless steel appliances, got the sliding doors out to the deck, perfect for entertaining. The 2 separate living areas. I want to highlight why that is so rare and why that is such an advantage. Not everyone wants open plan. The reason why I'm telling you this is in resales down the track. If you have kids and you want to set up an adult and a children's room, there's 2 living areas. People will pay a premium for that. Why am I telling you this? Because I want to give you confidence. If you do find yourself in a position where I've got a little bit above perhaps what I wanted to pay today, should I pay that extra little bit more? I want to reassure you that what you pay here today is going to be pennies on the dollar for what you will sell it in the future. Properties like this, in this location, with the amenities nearby, train station and shops and schools, the reserve, ease of access to Eastlink into the city, these properties will go up and up and up and up in value. That I can assure you. Well, that's probably enough out of me. I'll throw it over to you. Where do we start? Where do we go? Get me underway. 1/11 opening bid here at the Haven in Bayswater. In your hands. Where do we go? Where do we start? Over to you. I've been calling auctions for the Ray White Group for the best part of 12 years, and I am still, to this day, amazed by the respect of the bidders. With every auction, it seems to be, when we call for an opening bid, there's always the moment's silence for the vendor's passing of the property. Don't need to be doing that. Let's go. That moment's passed. Now's the time to bid. Silence isn't golden when it comes to the land of auctions. Where do we go? Get me underway. Where do we start? Where do we go? In your hands. We can start anywhere you like. Happy to start it with me on a vendor bid. But if I start on a vendor bid, what that means is you just have to bid over the top of me. Maybe we start at 600,000. I'll look for a start at 600. I think we can all agree there's a hell of a lot of real estate here for 600,000. 600,000, mean business. Let's go. Opening bidder offer. Search for 600. Where do we go? Happy to put a vendor bid in, but as I said, you just bid over the top. 600, where do we start? That's where I search. Well, let's go with me, the vendor. Vendor bid Jade at 600,000, nice round number, gently easing in, Mexican wave of hands should be here for the property of this size. For this price, it is wonderful. 600,000, where do we go? Let's take a 10 cent dollar rise from there. At 600,000 the bid now, clear bid offered here at 600 even. At 600 the bid now, opening bidder offer 1/11 the Haven. At 600,000 the bid. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double story, multiple living areas, 319 square metres, wonderful location, brand new townhouse. 600 is where it is. Where do we go? Hell of a lot of real estate here at 600,000, 610 I search. At 600,000 I'll call it 3 times. At 600,000 first call. $600,000 second call. $600,000 third and final time. No better bid. What happens here? We pass the property in on the vendor bid. This is what I talked about earlier. What happens if we pass it on a vendor bid? If you remember, we deal with everyone. No one gets sole rights to negotiate with the vendor. What that means is you put your offer in the envelope, we throw your hat in the ring, we take it over, the vendor can goes and hits the phones and speaks to the other 3 or 4 parties that are interested, praying and hoping that this property doesn't sell today so that they can put their offer in, and then what happens is you have to compete again. If I was dealing with a vendor, I would want to deal with the vendor on a one-on-one basis. At the moment, no one has that ability right now. If I pass it in, no one gets it right. 600,000 is where I'm at. Give yourself the chance to put your foot forward and start negotiations with the vendor. 600 is the bid. 610 I search. At 600,000 now, come on in with me at 610. At 600 I have, let's go for $10,000 rise in time at 6. At 600,000 now, first call 600,000. Second call 600,000. Third, Final time, $600,000 the bid with me, the vendor. No one gets rights to negotiate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do, we're just going to go speak to the owners, step out of the room, give everyone a moment to pull the calculator out, chat to friends and understand just how great a value this really is at the moment. Going to go speak to the owners and we'll be back before you can say cat in the hat. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure we can all appreciate. It is a very big decision, buying and selling of real estate, and it would appear that in the time that they're better late than never, we've had someone else come in. So, just Jennifer there, if you're listening, there's two ways that you're able to bid should you decide. Option number one is in the top right screen. There is a little chat box there. Okay, you click that and you can type your bid in. That's the chat function. It will pop up on the screen and I'll see it that way. That's option number one. Option number two is have your camera on, have your microphone on, and bid, put your hand up, yell out your bid like you would normally if it was an auction on the street. I will see that. But of course, to do that, you have to have your camera and also your sound on, your microphone on, to be able to do that. Okay, so chat, option number one, top right, or yell your bid out, and it will appear on the screen like you would normally on the street. So, just for those that just joined us, Jennifer, we're sitting here at a current bid of $600,000. Spoken with the vendors, very clear instructions. We're going to call it 3 more times. Any rise we'll take. At 600,000 now, where do we go? Let's go. 600 we have, I search for 610. At 600, the neck a little bit off it here at 600. At 600,000 now, 610 to get you in. At 600,000, first call, 610 will get you in, Jennifer, if you like. Second call, 600,000. 10 we search. All Mitch there, 610 will take it. Third and final time, 600,000. 10 to get you in, perhaps. 600 I have, 610 I search. If you want to bid, Jennifer, silence isn't gold, and I can assure you, it's not a very good strategy not bidding at an auction. Don't know any bidder that's bought a property not bidding at an auction. Same with you, Mitch. It's a wonderful property, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 319 square metres, brand new townhouse in the heart of Bayswater. Surely there's interest at this level. This would be the cheapest 3-bedroom house in Bayswater for quite some time. These are the prices of about 10 years ago, just FYI. That's $600,000. 600,000, 610 I search. Taking 10s, Jennifer, 610 where you need to be. Appreciate the offer. Nothing less than 610. At 600,000, 610 I search. At 610, can I say, Jennifer? At 600,000, 10 where you need to be. Persistence beats resistance, I'll take it. 605, got it there from Jennifer. At 605, what that means for you, Mitch, is if we pass it into them, you don't get a look in. Door closed, bad luck. Jennifer's in the box seat right now at 605. You need to bid now, mate. At 605, the bid, where do we go now? Come on, tempt you in if you like. Otherwise, door closed, move on to the next property. You don't even get a look in. It's over before it started. At 605,000 now, clear a bit off it here at 605, got it there from Jennifer. Late comer, that's good, late bloomer, better late than never. At 605, first call. Any rise at all, what are we doing, Mitch? Second call, 605. Where do we go? Pass the property in, perhaps you miss out. Third, final time at 605,000. We in or we out, Mitch? What do we want to do, mate? Need to get some instructions. At 605, the bid. At 605. Well, we're going to go with me, a vendor bid. Let's go vendor bid at 625. At 625 with me, the vendor, Jennifer, need to be above that. At 625, the bid now with me, the vendor bid. Where do we go now, Jennifer? At 625. At 625, suggest 640. What do you want to do? First call, 625. Second call, 625. Suggest 640, Jennifer. Can I say 640? Third, final time, at 625. Surely you didn't come on just for one bid, Jennifer. At 625. At 625, need to know, now's the time. Mitch, what do we want to do, mate? Jump on in if you like, otherwise, same story, everyone gets the right to negotiate. You have no clear advantage at all. Not a very good strategy, I wouldn't have thought. 625. Where are we going now, Jennifer? 640, I suggest, at 625. Call it 3 times, might pass the property in. That means everyone go through their hat in at the ring. There's plenty of people that are waiting for Cam to give them a call this afternoon, hoping that the property passes in at 625. At 625 now, third, final time. Need to know, Jennifer. In, out. What are we doing? D-Day's arrived. Mitch, what are we doing? In, out. Silence. Never good, is it, when it comes to auctions? 625. What do we want to do, Jennifer? Have we seen your best? Have we seen your best, Jennifer? Would have been a good buy at 605. You would have bought it, I reckon, about 8 years ago at 605,000. That would have been a great buy, even 8 years ago. 625 where you need to be. At 625 the bid. At 625, suggest 40, Jennifer. What would you like to do? Well, I'm just going to go speak to the owners one more time. Let everyone have a couple of conversations. We'll be back before you say frog in a sock. Woohoo, good to see you back. Thank you very much for your patience. 625 with me, the vendor, is where we're at. Had a good conversation with a couple of the bidders, also with the vendor. Clear instructions, 625. I'm going to call it 3 more times. At 625, first call. At 625, second call. 640 where you need to be. Third, final time, 625,000. Any rise from anyone on the chat? Given it time, okay, we'll clear instructions. What we're going to do, we're going to put one more vendor bid in at 650,000, 6.5, 65 and a 40. That's what it is. At 650,000, going to pass the property if I don't get any more bids after that. At 650,000, call it 3 times. You need to be above that. Give yourself the chance to negotiate with the vendor. Otherwise, throw your offer in the ring with everyone else. Vendor takes the best offer this afternoon. Not a very good strategy if you ask me. But it's your choice, of course. I'm just here to try and help you. At 650,000, first call. At 650,000, second call. At 650,000, third, final time. No better bid. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to move on to our next stage of the campaign. We do say auctions are a process. They're not an event. Cam's assured me we have plenty of people that were hoping that this would happen. Their prayers have been answered. Cam's going to go hit the phones. You're going to give them a call. I'm sure next time you drive down to Haven, you drive past 1/11, there will be a sold sticker up on the signboard. If you have interest, you need to let Cam know, because this will not last for very long. Wonderful property like this, they sell very quickly. I can assure you it will be sold very, very soon. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you at the next Ray White Ringwood auction. Enjoy the weekend. Have a lovely, lovely day.